A free house. A rapping dragon. A hopelessly generic title. And jackpot, but with pop culture trivia. All this and more today on Torgo's Game Show Grab Bag. Yeah, here we are. Welcome. This is Torgo's Game Show Grab Bag. This is a stream where we watch old game shows on YouTube and talk over them. I am your host, Torgo, aka Torgo1985. Alejandro Paz says, I hear the stream is getting a reboot with host Steve Harvey. No, and unfortunately, Steve Harvey is not in the Running Man reboot slash more book faithful version that's coming out later this year. But there is the host is black. It's a different actor. Anyway, let's move on before I talk more about race stuff. Today's topic is Game Show Grab Bag Bloodlines. Game show reboots, revivals, and reimaginings. Alejandro Paz says, I've heard Steve Harvey is an asshole. Yeah, I'm sure. I've heard about his red light regimen that he does. So, as everything is rebooted and remade in Hollywood and everything, game shows do that too, and they've been doing it for even longer than everything else has been recycled. For example, this first show is a reboot, but it's from 1983. Dreamhouse is a show originally from 1968, ran for 2 years with both daytime and nighttime versions, and it's a show where the grand prize is a house. Now, an interesting thing about the original version is that a lot of the houses that were given away may not have actually been given away. I unfortunately couldn't find the original TV Guide article, so I have to settle for a Wikipedia summation. The show ended amid some controversy. In the summer of 1969, TV Guide reported that none of the houses given away on the series at that point had been completed. Furthermore, according to the report, some winning couples had to borrow considerably more than the $7,000 the show awarded for the purchase of land. You had to buy your own land. Shortly after this article was published, Dreamhouse began offering the option of $20,000 in lieu of the house, but the damage had already been done and the ratings began to decline. The network canceled Dreamhouse in late 1969. Its final episode aired on January 2nd, 1970. The show was replaced by the new soap opera All My Children, never heard of it, which went on to a 43-year run. Hi, Mandy. And I'm sure land was getting more expensive as the show went on too. This show, this particular version of the show, is one of those shows where the master tapes are lost to time because they were kept at the house of the show's producer, and he had a flood. So all the episodes that are available are just ones that people taped off TV. This one that we're going to watch is from, I believe, the personal collection of the one of the contestants. The couple is Bob and Shelley, and the channel that uploaded this is Bob Bauman, and this is their third appearance. So here comes the 1983 version of Dreamhouse.
Jerry and Jim Flashman.
Oh yeah, incomplete intro on this one.
They're playing for the handsome difference model. And now, here is the man with the key to your dream house, Mr. Bob Eubank.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dreamhouse. We're glad you could join us today. Lots of excitement because every day on our show,
oh, Mandy would watch this with her mom.
Open the golden doors back behind me and maybe win their dream house. And we have returning champions. They won their second game yesterday in a good, close game. Welcome back, Bob and Shelley Bowman to Dreamhouse. Hello again.
Bowman, not Bowman.
You know what you did yesterday? You added to your total yesterday. You guys have won over $11,600 in cash and prizes.
Bob Eubanks, of course, from Newlywed Game.
Tell me about this house you want to win. Where would you put it?
In
and the giant Pez dispenser on remote control.
Hamilton, nice house. Here it is, John.
They've chosen the beautiful Hamilton home, which opens into a formal entry and fleshly carpeted living room. Master bedroom and baths with oak wood cabinets are but a few of the amenities in this gracious house built by U.S. Home.
So I assume the object of this game is to avoid spending all your money on avocado toast.
Bob?
Thank you, John. Now you know if you win 6 days in a row,
Yes.
the house is automatically yours. Good luck to you on your 3rd win today. There's a couple over here who's going to try to prevent that from happening. Jim and
Oh, you
Sherry
saw a person
Claflin,
in a
welcome
house.
to Dream House. Hi. Oh, yeah. Pretty good. Nice to see you. What is that?
My good luck charm.
Yeah, but what is it?
It's a bone with a bell and some leather and a stick.
Oh, a bone with a bell and leather and stick. How long have you been married to him?
4 years.
Yeah,
How's it
I've
going?
heard the bonus round is it's one of those bonus rounds where like you get a little bit of a better chance each time you win the main game, but it's crazy difficult from what I've heard.
I hear you do exotic bird calls.
Sure.
What kind of birds do you do?
Husawale.
What's a Husawale sound?
It's an exotic bird in Brazil.
Let me hear it.
Okay, here goes.
Oh my God! Oh God!
Leave him alone. What house do you want to win?
We'd like to win the difference.
We, my foot, you and the bird? Here's your house. Take a look.
Sherry and Jim have chosen the difference.
I thought with a
Located
name
in
like
planned
Husawale,
Florida
it was going to
community.
be like
It's
a
different
Pokemon.
three-bedroom Florida house featuring columns, arches, and a covered porch entry to create the feeling of a chateau in the sunshine, built by General Development Corporation. Bob?
Thank you, God. There are
Meet while I eat
two
the
ways a
sandwich.
couple can win a brand new home here on Dream House. Either they win it instantly at the end of our show, or if they play our Dream House game, win it 6 days in a row, then the house is automatically theirs. And every day our couples are competing for cash in a beautiful room of furniture. Here's the pretty Debbie Bartlett to show you while Johnny tells you about the room that one of our couples will win today. Take a look.
It's a Dream House Gourmet Thanksgiving Room, valued at $4,282.
Isn't that something? Plus, the couple with the highest score at the end of the first round will win a terrific table linen and flatware set. So we have some
Right,
wonderful
yeah.
prizes.
Concentration
Talk about
card game.
wonderful things. Part of our production staff, Peter Noah and his lovely wife, Lila, well, they recently had a little baby girl, and her name is Molly, and Molly is the new co-producer of our show. And there she is. Isn't she pretty? Congratulations to Peter.
Unqualified.
And their beautiful little daughter, Molly. Very nice. All right, ready to play this game? Let's do it right now. We're going to begin with a $50 toss-up question. If you get it right, you get $50 and a chance to pick a category. However, if you miss the toss-up question, the money goes to the other side, and they pick the category. Good luck to our two couples. Here we go. True or false? There's a portable cassette player on the market that will tell you when the music is hurting your ears. True or false? Bob? True. That is true. Yes, a yellow light comes on. It says it's hurting your ears. How about that? You have $50, and now a chance to pick a category. Here are the categories we're playing for in the first round. Former flash.
Not the first Nepo, not the only Nepo baby that's going to be mentioned on this stream.
Cartoon musical, The American Hero, Alaska's one and only. Pick one, please.
Okay, we're going to go for a cartoon musical.
Cartoon musical. Fine. For $100, here's the question. A new musical based on a very successful comic strip opened to rave reviews in Boston's Wilbur Theater and is soon heading to the Great White Way. Is this musical called Blondie, BC, or Doonesbury?
Doonesbury? Okay, yeah.
Doonesbury's your answer. Each couple gets a chance to challenge twice. In the first round, those are your challenge cards, and let me ask over here. The Fluffmans, do you want to challenge that answer?
I know there was a
Not gonna
Doonesbury
challenge.
musical.
Let's see. For $100, the musical is called Doonesbury. You're right about that one, and $150 for our champions. We'll pause for these words. We'll be right back to complete round one right after this.
Original commercials on this too.
It's not fair. We can send people to the moon, yet every month I still suffer minor premenstrual tension, cramps, or bloating. It just isn't fair.
Versets understands and did something about it. Versets premenstrual tablets. Versets helps relieve premenstrual tension, soothe minor irritability.
My
for
understanding
hours,
that
helps
when they
control
sent a woman to the
puffiness
moon,
due
they didn't
excess
know much about her
water
menstrual
and
cycle
helps
either.
relieve painful cramps, headache, and backache.
Versets does understand and did something about it.
Versets premenstrual tablets.
Oh, Sally, what happened? Strained my back. I know what'll help. Doan's pills.
Good advice. Doan's pills for simple muscular backache pain due to overexertion, stress, or strain. Doan's pills contain magnesium salicylate, a painkiller found in no other leading analgesic, for relief of minor muscular backache pain for hours.
Yeah, it's just all pill commercials.
Good enough to fold sheets. Thanks for taking Doan's pills.
Doan's pills. Use only as directed.
Welcome back to round one of Dream House. Now, quickly, our champions have $150. Our new challengers, the Flossmans, yet to win any money, but they have lots of time. I mean, he's got his lucky piece there. It's a bone with a wood and a bell and things on it. We have 3 categories left, and let's go right to the...
Mandy's says, I'm going to check to see if the Doonesbury musical is on YouTube. I know I found a commercial for it. I don't know if there's actual performances.
Next one before he does another bird call. Ready? True or false? The ancient dodo bird became extinct because it often laid its eggs in midair.
False.
True or false, Terry?
False.
We're talking about bird calls.
It went extinct because it was delicious.
To him. You do a dodo bird? Not a game show host, a dodo bird.
Dodo dio, photo dio.
Okay. You've got the money. You've tied. No, you haven't tied the game. You have a chance to pick a category, please.
Former Flasher.
Real loud for me now.
Let's take an American hero.
American hero, fine. Here it is. According to a study by the Carnegie Hero Fund, which of these statements does not describe your average hero today? Does not describe your average hero today. Are heroes in their early 20s, humble people, or
Weird
living
question.
in a big city? Which one of those does not describe your average hero?
Early 20s.
Humble
Humble
people,
people.
probably.
Humble people. Let's see if they want to challenge.
No.
You want to challenge their humble people?
No.
So that's
I'm
part of
gonna
what makes them
challenge their humble
heroes.
people. The statement that does not describe your average hero today is living in a big city. No heroes in big cities. They're all cowboys. True or false? At the University of Idaho, they offer a course on roller skating. Oh, Bob.
True.
Yeah, it's true. That's right. You're right about that one. Now you have $200. 2 categories remain in the first round. Pick one, please.
Alaska's one and only.
Oh. Okay, here it is for $100. In the entire state of Alaska, you can't find a single one of these. One what? Drive-in theater, bikini shop, or zoo?
Bikini Shop makes the most sense.
Okay.
Okay,
Drive-in theater.
Let's see if they wish to challenge.
I'm gonna say
want to
zoo.
challenge that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to challenge, and your answer is what?
A zoo.
A zoo. In the entire state of Alaska, you can't find a single drive-in theater. Isn't that interesting? Right you are over there. Huh. I had no idea about it. Maybe it's because it stays light like
Can't
6
find-
months of the year.
can't
So
find
you have to
drive-in
shut
theaters
down
most
6 months
places
of the year.
now.
The other time it's so cold, nobody wants... Sure, we got it figured out. 350 to 50.
But they've got so
True or
much
false?
night
Last
there.
True or false question in round one. One category remains. Researchers have come up with a perfect new drug for the 80s. I wasn't
Cocaine.
done, I'm sorry. Researchers have come up with a perfect new drug for the 80s, an anti-radiation pill. True or false? One of you
True.
must buzz in.
False.
No, it's true. It's true. You got it over there. You did good. Okay.
The bone came in handy.
It's not selling because people don't believe it works. It's an anti-radiation pill, though, and they've come up with that. All right, now, a chance to pick up $100 here. Former Flasher. That's the category. Everybody's waited for the last for this one. Here it is. Jennifer Beals, the star of Flashdance, is not going to be appearing in the sequel Flashdance 2. Instead, she's gone back to school. What school? High School of the Performing Arts, Yale, or UCLA?
I'm gonna say UCLA.
What do you think about
Answer,
that,
please.
huh? I think high school or UCLA.
Answer,
No,
please.
that's that thing has
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yale is your answer. Let's see if they wish to challenge. Challenge?
Nope.
Not going to challenge for $100. Jennifer Beals has gone back to Yale. You're right for the $100, but look who won round one. Bob and Shelley with $350. And here's what you won.
Well, Shelley and Bob, for your gourmet table settings, you've just won.
Well, Florella says there's somewhere around 28 drive-in theaters in New York State. She got the most of any state. PA comes in second. I believe I saw on Tune In With Me that the drive-in theaters started in New Jersey. Obviously, haven't kept up there. And Mandy says I got caught up in a Doonesbury musical rabbit hole.
One Michael C.
Good
Peter
luck.
Company's silver plate flatware for truly elegant dining. 68 pieces in a deluxe drawer chest furnished by Michael C. Fina Company. And to complement your place settings, this complete wardrobe of tablecloths and accessories in solid color and coordinating prints, linens furnished by Vera. It's a total retail value of $946, and it's all yours on Dream House.
Thank you, John. We'll be right back in just a moment with round two. That's when the dollars can double. One of these couples will win the game, a fabulous room of furniture, and a chance to win their dream house. We'll be back in just a moment.
Clara says yes, they did in 1935.
Cheerios, the low sugar. The kids say Cheerios #1. We've loved it! Goodness is what it's got.
It's pumpkin-inny!
I love the low sugar, but there's more. Cheerios is a good source of fiber. You can see why Cheerios is part of my family's good breakfast.
Moms love Cheerios, the low sugar.
Fiber, too.
But kids say Cheerios #1.
Oh, yeah.
How has a crazed woman forced Betty Davis to ask for court protection? Inquiring minds want to know.
I want to know.
When does a common cold need a doctor's attention? This week's National Enquirer tells you. What surprising foods are really fattening? Why is walking as good for your health as jogging?
It's in the Enquirer.
How can Victoria Principal's fitness program turn you into a living doll? It's an exclusive bestseller book bonus in the Enquirer, plus over 100 features for people with inquiring minds.
Like me.
Help, Miss Morrow. I'll trade you half a prune Danish for an honest opinion. Is it the dress, or is it my figure?
Honestly, it's your bra.
I honestly didn't know the Enquirer went
Try
away.
this Playtex Cross Your Heart bra. Cross Your Heart crosses over, lifts, and separates to help you cross over to a better figure.
Wow.
Of course. I improve your figure and you ruin mine. And introducing Playtex.
The Enquirer has just been replaced with Chumbox ads about Larry Bird's disgusting wife.
Cross Your Heart's new Beautiful Ones bra. Embroidered, seamless. Special introductory price, $9.99.
Ruffles have that extra something. You know what it is.
Ridges.
Ruffles have that extra something. More taste rich at the ridge.
The ridges don't just make Ruffles prettier than regular potato chips, they make them taste better. They're like flavor curves that give Ruffles potato chips all that extra taste.
Ruffles have that extra something. Ruffles are ridges, ridges above the rest. 1 feet away.
Welcome back to round two of Dream House. Now, our champions at $350. They've just won round one. And our new challengers, Jim and Sherry Flassman, they have $200. Still anybody's game, because in this round we give our couples a chance to double their dollars in one of the categories. And these are the categories that we're playing for in our second round. Here they come. Tops and Pops. On the backside, the name is Bond and Miss America's Home. And once again, each of our couples, they have a chance to challenge twice. Our challenge
I'm actually
starts, and
singing
there
the
they are.
Ruffles
True or
song.
false? Here we go. The most important round of all.
Enquirer is just
Former
online.
President Richard Nixon recently took an apartment in Washington, D.C., and of all places, the Watergate complex.
False.
True or false, Shelley?
False.
That is false. You're right about that one. And the $50 comes to you. There they are, the categories in round two. Pick one, please.
Tops and Pops.
Tops and Pops. Here we go. Remember, you can double your dollars in one of the categories. Now that the summer concert season is over, it's time to count up the receipts. The top draw this past summer was the rock group Journey. Who finished in second place? Double your bucks or not?
83.
No, not going to do it. Okay, who finished in second place? David Bowie, Kenny Rogers, or Simon and Garfunkel?
David Bowie.
Kenny Rogers.
David Bowie is your answer. Let's see if they want to challenge. Jim and Sherry want to challenge their answer?
Michael Jackson not even in the
Challenge their
conversation,
answer.
apparently.
During the summer concert season, second place was taken by David Bowie. You were right about that one. $500 to $200, excuse me. True or false? Here it is. At the conclusion of the traditional Chinese wedding ceremony, for luck, the groom stomps on an egg roll.
False.
True or false, Bob? True. No, that's false. You step on that little thing and, wow. Oh, hi.
El Condor Paz asks, was 80s Bowie good? And Mandy just says, no.
Which one do you like?
Well, I'm not sure. Oh, you're talking to her.
I only know the songs from
Remember, you
Labyrinth.
can double your dollars now. You have $250, they have $500. We've all had a dollar bill at one time or another, so we know that George Washington's portrait is on the front side. What is on the back side?
The
Double your
Illuminati
bucks or not.
symbol.
You have $250, they have $500.
Double it.
Yeah, we want to double it.
For double the money, then, okay? Here it
I think
is.
it's the
Now,
White House.
we know that George Washington's portrait's on the front side. What's on the back
Oh,
side?
about
is
the
it
egg
the
roll.
White House, the Washington Monument, or the Great Seal of the United States?
I think it's the White House.
You wanted to double.
The Great Seal of the
Well,
United
Flowerella
States.
says I love
United
80s
States.
Bowie,
Let's see if
so...
they wish to challenge. Bob and Shelley, you want to challenge? It's for
Sorry
double
for
the dollar.
misrepresenting
No,
your
not-
opinion, Mandy. I just thought it was a funny
For
one-two punch.
$200. On the back side of the dollar bill is the Great Seal of the United States. That's right. And the $200 comes over here to Jim and Sherry. Good close game. $500 for the champions, $450 for the challengers. 2 toss-ups remain, 2 categories. True or false? There's a new sex education game for children in which players push egg and sperm pieces around a game board. True or false, Sherry?
Please be true.
No, that's true. I can't even believe it myself.
It's called Humanopoly. Humanopoly is for kids 5 to 12 years of
I was
age.
going to say, it's called Sorry.
Sounds disgusting.
Lock my daughter in the closet till she turns 30. Now, pick a category.
Well, let's go with Miss America's Home.
Miss America's Home. $550 to $450. Neither couple. Oh, yeah, take it back. Jim and Sherry have already used theirs. You have not used your double
Tiger
dollar
Cat
yet.
says, hey there, Torgo. For a moment, I thought we were watching a team-based version of Wheel of Fortune based on
What
the
state
set.
has given us more Miss Americas over the years than any other? Double your bucks or not?
No.
Not going to do it. What state has given us more Miss Americas? Would that be California, Ohio, or New York?
I would guess... Ohio just because it's unexpected.
New York.
New York is your answer. Challenge or not, Jim and Sherry?
Yeah,
You're going
we
to
wanna
challenge that one, and your answer is what?
California.
California, New York. Let's see. The state that has given us more Miss Americas, 6 in fact, is California. The challenge worked, and now we're tied up. We are tied up.
Mandy had it.
$550 apiece. 1 toss-up, 1 category remains. Shake your bill. Here we go. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, during the course of a year, men workers miss more days than do women. True or false, Jim? True. No, that's false, and that means it comes over here. Now, you have taken over the lead with $600. You've not used your double dollar. They have. You're $50 ahead. The name is Bond. That is the category. Sean Connery is back as James Bond in the new film Never Say Never Again. How many times has Connery now played 007? Double your bucks or not?
Okay.
Yes.
You are going to double. For double the dollars, here we go. How many
7.
times has Connery played 007? 5 times, 7 times, or 11 times?
Go for it.
I know this because the James Bond pinball machine is all the Connery films, and there's 6 of them, and it's not counting Never Say Never Again.
I will say 7 times.
7 times is your answer. Challenge or not, Jim and Sherry?
Challenge.
Don't
You are going
challenge.
to challenge, and your answer is what?
7.
They said 7.
Oh.
Didn't
11.
they say 7?
Octopussy
He said
is
7, right? Yes.
is a Roger Moore one.
Okay. 11.
11 and 7. Baby needs new shoes. Never mind. Sean Connery has played Bond 7 times. The money comes over here. Bob and Shelley Bonnell with $900. You've just won another game. Well, Jim and Sherry, you're pretty good. Thank you very much for being with us.
Good luck to you. It takes that there. You end up winning $550, and we'll see you again.
Bye-bye. All right, champions, take a look at the room you just won this time.
It's a Dream House Gourmet Thanksgiving Room, starting with the beautiful Kemper Tappan.
Right, no, that's what I'm saying, is they are saying, including Never Say Never Again, they probably didn't know about all the Eon stuff.
Multi-storage cabinet with 50 storage compartments and just 36 inches of floor space.
Oh, I love
Easy
it.
grip handle and adjustable shelves may mean fewer trips to the market, furnished by Kemper Tappan. Next,
Grocery
to make food
secrets.
preparation easier, you may purchase this food processor with a service merchandise gift certificate. Famous brand name items. Select from our 500-page catalog or redeem at one of our showrooms, furnished by service merchandise. And for all the cutting and slicing you may need to do, Tomer's Deluxe Slant Cutlery Set with keen-edge blades formed from a special high-carbon steel that resists pitting and rusting. Encased in durable walnut handles, American-made, furnished by Tomer. For more gourmet room workspace, it's an imported, handmade Old English pine work table, compliments of Dream House. And if you serve your favorite wine with your Thanksgiving meal, why not open it with Vintner Corkmaster? Mount on bar or counter or clamped to
Wow,
table
that's
stand or tripod
involved.
for convenient mobility. Designed to uncork and recork your favorite wine
Uncork
easily,
in 7
furnished by
easy
Rodar
steps.
Manufacturing Company. Next, you may need extra burners for melting and warming, so here's a Tappan Converta cooktop with the unusual lift-up vent. Allows you to
Unusual.
enjoy the flavor of outdoor grilling without smoke and splatters. Converts to griddle, rotisserie, and more, furnished by Tappan. And what better way to complete your Thanksgiving gourmet room than with dessert? It's an array of double truffle chocolate, double trufflettes, double truffle cones, sweet XTCs, and double truffle on the half shell. A full year's supply of American chocolate furnished by Double Truffle. Yes, it is a Dream House Thanksgiving gourmet room worth $4,282.
Really nothing Thanksgiving about it, but whatever.
That's a nice room. Nice things in there. Bob and Shelley will be back in just a moment to try to win their dream house on their third day as winners. We'll be right back for that.
I'll take the chocolate and the weird justice scales they put next to it.
Everybody's making it, baking it, tasting it. Everybody's loving new Hallmark bread. Smother it with butter, then butter up another one. Everybody's hungry for Hallmark bread.
Introducing new Home Hearth Yeast Bread Mix. Delicious homemade bread in just 90 minutes. Wholesome grains complete with a special Fleischmann's yeast. No kneading, only one short rising time.
Everybody's loving new Hallmark bread.
Old-fashioned white French or rye. New from
Nabisco.
Got the sweet jelly too. Now let's see what we find for you.
What dead store is this? Sears.
Wrap me in the latest jeans. There's more for your life. For the times of your life. There's more for your life.
I always try to do the best I can for my family, and that includes using a pain reliever I can really trust. For many years, we've taken Tylenol. I discovered Tylenol in the hospital when I had my second child. It worked then, and I've used it ever since.
Wow, that's...
Turns out Tylenol is the pain reliever hospitals use most, and that's been so for more than 10 years. Well, if hospitals trust Tylenol, that confirms my own trust.
For relief
5,000 cc's of Tylenol.
Hospitals do.
Administered spinally.
Safety sealed for your protection.
Hi, I'm Clarence Birdseye.
Oh,
glad to be back.
safety seal for your protection. This must have been right around when the poisoning happened.
This crew deserves a real dinner tonight. Something unique.
One of my Birdseye combinations. They're deliciously different. My best broccoli with almonds in a light ginger
Yep,
sauce.
1982.
Wow, vegetables with crunchy almonds.
Really outstanding.
My dinner?
And you.
Try all my Birdseye combinations. They're deliciously different. For taste you'll be proud of, come to Birdseye.
Welcome back to Dream House. The Bowmans have just won their third game, and now they would love to win their Dream House. I hope they do it today, the day before Thanksgiving. Let's see if they're going to do it.
Oh,
First
that's
of all,
right, it was Thanksgiving.
let's take a look at the house they're playing for. Here it is.
Well, Shelley and Bob are playing for the beautiful Hamilton home, featuring a spacious living room with cathedral ceiling and picture window. It's 3-bedroom and 2 baths.
A crazy person poisoned a bunch of Tylenol bottles, and it made huge news, and that led to Tylenol sealing their packaging.
Features spacious wardrobe closets and decorator highlights built by U.S. Home. Okay, Bob.
Thank you, John. Now, Bob and Shelley, good luck to you. If you would, please take a look at our electronic lock, because programmed into it is a combination of 3 numbers.
It was similar. It was similar to how, because not Ted Kaczynski, the other guy, the Oklahoma City bomber used a Ryder truck. Ryder had to Ryder changed the colors of their trucks because of that. Fun fact, if you are in pain, taking 2 each of ibuprofen and acetaminophen is much more effective than taking them individually. Huh. That's interesting. I think for some people, I know some people are allergic to one or the other.
Numbers that will open the golden doors to your dream house. 1 number's in the top row, 1 number in the middle, and 1 number in the bottom row. As you know, today's winning combination is sealed right here in this packet. Every day you return to the electronic lock, we take away 1 number that's not in the combination. This is your second return.
Timothy
visit.
McVeigh.
We'll take 2 numbers off. First off the top row comes 1, and now we'll take 1 off of the middle row. And a chance to take 3 more off that's not in the combination by answering some questions in one of these 3 categories: American painters, world's air forces, or Africa. Pick one, please.
American painters, okay.
American painters.
Oh, they never found out.
Ask you 3 questions. Every time you get one right, another number comes
Mandy
on.
says I take a leave. Yeah, I think a leave is pretty much just aspirin plus caffeine.
This artist helped begin an art movement called pop art, and one of his most famous works was the Campbell soup can.
Andy Warhol.
Is he Peter Max or Andy Warhol?
Peter Max.
No, it was Andy Warhol. Sorry. Next question. Who's the artist considered the most famous painter of the American Old West? Frederick Remington or Matthew Brady?
Matthew Brady.
Remington is a correct answer, sure. From the middle row comes a number.
Of gun fame, I'm
Final
sure.
question. A famous 1930 painting by Grant Wood depicts a serious-looking
American
farmer
Gothic.
holding a pitchfork as he stands next to his equally serious wife. Is it called The Vanishing Farmer or American Gothic? American Gothic is the correct answer. Off the bottom row comes the number. Not bad, you got 2 out of 3.
Okay,
Now it's
so-
time to try for the winning combination. As you know, it takes a 3-number combination.
1
to
and
open the golden
3,
doors.
1 and
The
2,
first
and
number
1
is
and
either
3
the 1, the
again.
9, or the 8. Which one?
Okay, El Condor Pasta says no suspect has been charged or convicted of the poisonings as of 2025, but New York City resident James W. Lewis was convicted of extortion for sending a letter to Tylenol's manufacturer, Johnson & Johnson, that took responsibility for the deaths and demanded $1 million to stop them. Oh, Excedrin is the caffeine one. Aleve is naproxen.
The second number, the 7 or the 4. And finally, the third number to open the golden doors to your
I say
dream
not
house, the
2,
2,
just
the
because
6, or the
it's in the
9.
same column.
There it is, 179, the combination you've chosen. Locked into our security system, it cannot be changed. And now I'm going to ask you to press the time release bar. If the golden doors light up and open, you will have won your dream house. Good luck to you. Shelley, push the time release bar.
Yeah.
No, not 179. Did you come close? We're going to find out. Reset the lock if you would, please. You missed it by 1 number. You had it on the 1. You had it on the 7. But we needed the 2 instead of the 9. If
it
you'd
was the
chosen
same
those, push the
column.
time release bar. The doors would have lit up and they would have opened. Be back. Yeah, I know you'll be back. Okay. We'll be back, too, to add up all of their
I thought for
winnings
sure
and
they were
tell
going
you
to get it
about
because
right
it was
after
the
these
last episode of theirs that was uploaded. At least they got all that stuff. Not a bad way to end the show, just eating chocolate.
Groucho, I've gotten you a new fit and trim.
Huh?
It'll help keep you fit.
Fitness food. Yuck, yuck, ooey.
You don't think you'll like it, huh?
Yuck.
Look, it's new Fit and Trim with a great new taste you'll love, but with less fat and calories than regular dry dog food. Fit and Trim even has beefy flavored chunks. Taste it.
Yippity!
See, Groucho, fitness food doesn't have to taste yucko.
Fit and Trim brand dog food from Purina.
Yum, yippity!
The fitness food that tastes great.
Why does Saniflush clean tough stains better than Vanish? Saniflush has 30% more cleaning ingredients, plus a rust dissolver Vanish doesn't have. It also kills odor-causing germs. For tough rust stains, Saniflush cleans better than Vanish.
Here's another quality product from Boyle Midway.
I can't afford a self-cleaning oven.
Get Easy Off Spray, our closest yet to a self-cleaning oven. The special formula breaks up baked-on grime, so wiping is fast and easy.
Really clean.
We see our
closest
Sheltie
yet
fit
to a
and trim. She
self-cleaning
hated
oven.
it.
Welcome back to Dream House. I want to remind everybody we won't be here tomorrow Thanksgiving or on Friday. Football games and all the wonderful Thanksgiving festivities. We hope you and yours have a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. And I know that Bob and Shelley Bowman will be back to join us the next time. They've won over $17,800 in cash and prizes. We have to go. I'm Bob Eubank, Debbie Bartlett, Johnny Gilbert, and the entire Dream House gang saying Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Be very careful, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.
Our departing greenhouse couples will receive rental of the Rug Doctor, improved steam.
All right, so that was Dream House. Next up, we've got the 1990 version of Tic-Tac-Doe. So this is actually the second revival of Tic-Tac-Doe because the original show ran from 1956 to 1959. Then the familiar to us Wink Martindale version ran from 1978 to 1986. Some of that was Jim Caldwell. And then the 1990 version didn't even make it past December. So it was just 1990 and then reruns in 1991. And this version of the show is kind of a punching bag for the online game show community for years. To me, though, I think it's just more Tic-Tac-Doe. Patrick Wayne was maybe not as good a host as one of the best hosts to ever do it. But the thing is, like, now with hindsight, we've had this new version of Tic-Tac-Doe on Game Show Network with a virtual set that looks like a damn CDI game. The one thing, though, and I made sure that this particular episode has this is the dragon raps when introduced. So I get why it was made fun of for that. This also has a theme song by none other than Henry Mancini, and a weirdly I don't know what the word is, grandiose opening. But other than that, like, consider that this was running at the same time as the new version of the Joker's Wild that we watched before, where it doesn't play anything like the Joker's Wild. And I think this has an edge on that, at least, because it still plays like Tic-Tac-Toe. So here is the 1990 version of Tic-Tac-Toe.
In a moment, the game that intrigued a nation. In a moment, the game of strategy, knowledge, and fun. In a moment, Tic-Tac-Toe!
It raps like 2 lines.
And now, our host will guide us through the next 20 minutes of Tic-Tac-Toe. Patrick
So Patrick Wayne is not the Nepo baby I referenced earlier, but he is John Wayne's son.
To our show. We were just about to start a game on our last show when we ran out of time. We'll get to that game right away, but first let's meet our players. Larry?
Our returning champion has just graduated from college. Her interests include writing and Latin. Her winnings in cash and prizes total $9,360. Meet Michelle Molstead. Her challenger is a PTA president whose interests include house remodeling and collecting games. Meet Susan Yackley.
Hi, Susan. Welcome back to the show. How do you feel today?
I'm ready to play.
You're ready to play?
Yeah.
Great. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
And Michelle, you got any plans for the money?
Oh, I need to get my muffler fixed on my car.
Well, you should be able to get a pretty terrific muffler for $9,360. Good luck to both girls. Let's play Tic-Tac-Toe.
The rapping dragon is the Nepo baby.
In this game, the 9 categories you'll be playing with are fashions, the 70s, jump in who, challenge, faces, take a letter, boxing, sleuths, and finally physics. Faces is a visual category. Those in red are special categories that involve both.
Tharella says, I'm pretty sure Patrick Wayne was Sinbad in Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger. The only thing I know for sure is that he was in commercials for Marathon candy bars.
Of you, I'll explain how they're played when we come to them. A correct answer wins the box and adds money to the pot. Center box is worth $1,000. Remaining box is $500. Let's shuffle the categories right now. X goes first. So, Michelle, when you're ready, hit your lock in. That'll stop the shuffle. Select, please.
Let's try take a letter.
Lower right-hand corner. Your letter is C. This word actually means someone who is patriotic, but it has come to describe a sexist person.
Chauvinist.
What is this word?
Chauvinist.
Is right. At the last second, $500 in the pot. Shuffle the categories for Susan. First time in the game. Select.
I'm going to try sleuths in the middle.
Okay, the center box has 2 parts. Andy Griffith returned to television in 1986, starring as a sly, Harvard-educated lawyer who battles criminals in this southern metropolis. Number 1, name the series. Number 2, name the southern city in which it is set. Here's some extra time.
Maybe Atlanta? Matlock!
Susan, name the city.
Oh, I got it.
Matlock?
That is correct. And for the center box, name the city.
Atlanta?
You have the center box. We put $1,000 more into the pot, brings it up to $1,500. Shuffle the categories. Michelle, when you're ready. Where to?
I'd like fashions.
Upper left-hand corner. After the decline of horsehair stiffened petticoats,
Patrick Wayne
women
was
still
85.
needed something to support the fullness of the back of their skirts. And that's where this article of clothing came in. Name it.
The bustle?
Is right. Okay. Another $500 in the pot. We've got a good game going here. Shuffle the categories. Susan for the second time. Where to?
I'll try faces.
Faces. All right. This is a visual category. Take a look at this picture. After her husband's death, she stepped forward to lead her country. Name her.
Corazon Aquino.
Is right. Very good.
Nice shot.
Put another $500 in the pot. Shuffle the categories. And Michelle. Select, please.
Oh, I'd like Boston.
Hey, Papa Jared.
The bottom row.
Thanks for the
Doesn't
sub.
sound like you're thrilled to be in this category.
Oh, no, mute that one.
You'll have a block.
Don't need both.
Name the acclaimed movie which detailed the troubled life of world middleweight champ Jake LaMotta.
Oh, Raging Bull.
Ooh, looking for Raging Bull. Box remains unclaimed. Big break for you, Susan. Shuffle the categories. Select, please.
I'll take physics to win.
Get this box. You'll win the game. $3,000. Become our new champion. This type of microscope enables scientists to see objects which are only a billionth of an inch wide. Instead of using light, this microscope uses a beam of these particles to examine objects. Name the particle, and you will name this type of microscope.
Oh, no. Come on.
A laser.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Looking for electron. Box remains unclaimed. Let's shuffle the categories once again.
Good job, El Condor Pasta.
Michelle? Select, please.
I'd like sleuths for the block.
Get this box and you'll have a block. This Honolulu-based Chinese-American detective was portrayed in over 18
Charlie
movies.
Chan.
He solved cases as well as dispensed pearls of Eastern wisdom. For the block, name him.
Come on.
I have no idea.
Oh, looking for Charlie Chan there. Another break.
The only time he was ever played by a Chinese person was in the Hanna-Barbera cartoon. That's true.
For Susan, she's still alive, so let's shuffle the categories and turn it over to her. Select, please.
Sleuths to win.
Oh, yeah.
Same category.
Always played by a white
for
person.
A win of $3,000 and the championship. James Garner portrayed this television detective who had previously served time for a crime he didn't commit. This experience made him prone to take on cases the police felt had already been solved. For the win, $3,000. Name him.
Rockford?
You win! Congratulations to you. We have to say goodbye to Michelle right now, who's taking away $9,360 in cash and prizes. Nice having you with us. Susan, we're going to play the bonus game right after this short break, so stay with us.
No commercials in this one. It was a show for people over 50. Yeah, pretty much.
Bonus game, which can be worth over $10,000, including these prizes. Take a look, Susan.
Sit back and enjoy Tic-Tac-Toe.
I mean, according to advertisers, all game shows are for people over 50.
Lazy Boy's Signature 2 sofa, distinctively tailored, elegantly styled, plus the comfort and quality you expect. Furnished by Lazy Boy. And to spruce up your room, Horizon House plush nylon wall-to-wall carpet. This footprint-fighting casual texture features a stain releaser for timeless beauty. Furnished by Horizon House. To complete the new look, Waverly wall coverings designed to beautify and customize your own. You may choose from the Southern Charm collection, furnished by Waverly.
Yeah, I know they can be
package
hip
is
if they do it right, but like you watch Price is Right, and all the ads are for, you know, AARP stuff.
$2,460.
And like a phone that transcribes phone calls because you can't hear them anymore.
That's right. You feeling lucky?
Yes.
This is where you can use all the luck you've got. Take a look at our board, and this is what our dragon looks like.
You'll lose your money, you'll lose your prize. Don't pick the Dragon Square, cause that ain't wise.
So true.
Bars.
And our Dragon Slayer.
Tic-tac-toe is the show. Just find the Dragon Slayer and I'll double your dough.
I need to hear the
And
dragon
in each
again.
of our use all the luck you've got.
The dragon really had to struggle to fit one of those lines in.
Take a look at our board, and this is what our dragon looks like.
You'll lose your money, you'll lose your prize. Don't pick the Dragon Square, cause that ain't wise.
Don't pick the Dragon Square.
So true. And our Dragon Slayer.
Tic-tac-toe is the show. Just find the Dragon Slayer and I'll double your dough.
And in each of our remaining 7 boxes, X's and O's are shuffling at
Like,
random.
even without the
You can
wrapping,
pick
that's a really dorky-looking character.
So with X's or O's, which do you choose?
I'm going to take X's.
All right, you're playing with the X's. Now you're going to bring yourself up to a stop.
Eminem has been real quiet since that dragon dropped bars. I think the dragon could finally be the one to take down Drake.
What appears on the board. Very good. Now, for the first X you find, we'll deposit $500 in the pot. For every X thereafter, we'll double the money. Get a tic-tac-toe with X's or find the Dragon Slayer. You'll win the pot plus the prizes. But get the dragon, game's over, and you lose the money in the pot. So, where would you like to start?
I got to start with lucky number 3.
Box number 3, show us our first X. And you have an X, and it was lucky. And you have $500 in action here. You can take that money now and quit or go on.
No, I'm going to go on.
You're going to go on. I think you like that prize package, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right, give me another box.
I'll try number 9.
Box number 9, right down at the bottom. Another X. It is another X. You're doing something right here. All right, we have $1,000 in the pot. Want to stop or go on?
Oh, no, I think I have to try number 6.
Well,
all right.
It's all luck. It's similar to the old bonus round. When she hit the button at the beginning, that randomized where the X's, O's, the dragon, and the dragon slayer are.
Here's the situation. Find an X or a dragon slayer in box number 6. We'll double that pot to $2,000. Plus the prizes in your previous winnings. Your grand total will be $7,460. But dragon comes up, lose the money in the pot. So, with that in mind, what is in box number 6?
Son of a bitch!
What was that dragon? I hate to talk about him. He always shows up like that. Well, you didn't win money here, but you still have previous winnings of $3,000. Pretty nice, huh? Let's take a look at the rest of the board and find out where the Dragon Slayer was. He's up at the top in box number 2.
She did have a line there.
Could have made a tic-tac-toe down here. Well, it's time to play another game of tic-tac-toe. You ready? Yes. Slide back to the X podium. We'll find out who your challenger is. Larry, will you please introduce our next opponent?
Patrick, he's a service engineer who once worked as a diamond consultant. His interests include skiing and scuba diving. Meet Scott Young.
His interests include asking if he did that.
Scott, welcome to the show. And what exactly do you do as a diamond consultant?
Well, that's what I used to do. I would give individuals background information on the diamonds they were interested in.
Oh, I see. And what do you look for? What kind of things do you look for?
Cut, color, clarity, those types of things, and also the cost, of course.
And the cost. Right. So it sounds like 3 C's there, doesn't it?
Actually 4.
4 C's. Okay.
I think that's
Welcome
what they call it, yeah.
Good luck to both of you in the game. Here are the categories this time. Pop music.
Talk about.
Number, please. Africa. TV. Presidents. Names the same. Civil War. Jump in what? And poetry. Let's shuffle the categories right now. And Susan, when you're ready, select, please.
Oh, I'll try
Pop
TV.
music.
In the lower left-hand corner, television, incidentally, is a visual category, so take a look at this picture. This is the latest role for one of TV's most
Father
beloved
Dowling.
actors. Name him.
Tom Bosley.
Oh.
Is right. Very good.
I thought you had to name the character.
Our first $500 in the pot. Shuffle the categories for Scott. And when you're ready, select.
Let's see, I'll take Africa in the center.
All right, this is a 2-part question. We'll give you a little extra time. In 1914, there were only 2 independent states in the entire continent of Africa. I'll describe them, and you name them. Number 1, name the West African nation originally populated by freed American slaves.
Liberia.
Number 2, name the East African nation, which later was ruled by Emperor Haile Selassie. Here's some extra time.
That one I don't know.
All right,
Mozambique,
Scott, the West
says
African
Tiger Cat.
nation.
Liberia.
That is correct. And for the center box, the East African nation.
Ethiopia.
You have the center box. Very
Good work.
All right, we're going to put $1,000 in the pot, bring it up to $1,500. Shuffle the categories. And
I gotta lock that into my memory. Haile Selassie,
Select,
Mozambique.
please.
I'll try presidents in the lower right.
I already fucked it up. Haile Selassie.
This 18th century
What was it?
president
Shit.
is the
Ethiopia.
You have the
Ethiopia.
center box.
Haile Selassie, Ethiopia.
Very good. All right, we're going to put $1,000 in the pot, bring it up to $1,500. Shuffle the categories. And Susan, when you're ready, select, please.
I'll try presidents in the lower right.
This 18th century president is the only president ever to run unopposed. Name him.
Ooh.
John Adams.
George
Sorry,
Washington.
it's George Washington.
Of course,
George
yes.
Washington. Box remains unclaimed. Let's shuffle the categories. And Scott, when you're ready, select, please.
Let's try presidents.
Same category. At this time, it's in the upper left-hand corner. As of 1990, only 1 president had been born in California. Name him.
Reagan?
Reagan?
Sorry, no, it's Richard Nixon.
Oh,
Nixon.
yeah, Yorba Linda.
We're going to take a little break right now. When we come back, we'll finish this game, so stay with us. X's turn, so let's shuffle the categories. And Susan, where to?
I'll try pop music in the upper left.
Yeah, we all
Though
thought
it
Reagan.
broke up 20 years ago, the band called The Experience still sells millions of records each year.
Jimi Hendrix.
It included drummer Mitch Mitchell, and this man considered the greatest guitarist who ever lived. Name him.
Jimi Hendrix.
Is right. All right. Another X on the board and $2,000 in the pot. Shuffle the categories. Select.
Presidents for the block.
Get this box and you'll have a block. He was the first man in the United States to grow a tomato garden at a time when most Americans thought the tomato was poisonous. But then our third president was never like
Thomas Jefferson.
most people. For the block. Name him.
Jefferson?
You block. Very good.
That's one thing about Patrick is he's a little too animated when it comes to blocking and winning the game.
The pot, shuffle the categories. And Susan, when you're ready. Select.
Where I used to live in the valley, the post office was named after Nixon.
I've got to take it. Sorry, let's see what happens.
At least it wasn't the phone company.
It may work out for you. Her fans had to wait for 4 years before this singer released I'm Your Baby Tonight. Her debut album, Greatest Love of All, topped the
Whitney
charts
Houston.
and is the best-selling women's debut album of all time. Name her.
Whitney Houston.
Is right. Very good.
I thought it might have been Paula
On
Abdul.
the board and $3,000 in the pot. Little break for Scott here. Let's shuffle the categories. And Scott, select, please.
Civil War for the win, hopefully.
Get this box. You'll win the game. $3,500 and become our new champion. This American soldier was asked to lead the troops of both the Union and Confederate forces in the Civil War, but he chose the Confederates. For the win, $3,500 and the new championship. Name him.
Lee?
You win!
Oh, we might get to hear the dragon rap again. Awesome.
Congratulations, Scott. Play the bonus game, but first we have to say goodbye to Susan.
States' rights to do what?
Previous winnings.
States' rights to do what?
Nice going. You had a good time? Thank you. Yeah. Nice to have you with us. Scott, you ready to play the bonus game? Come on over here. We'll show you how this works. It's very simple. We'll just step up here. And this is the spot where you can win over $10,000 in cash, including these prizes. Take a look now.
You'll get into the swing with Pin Seeker, a set of custom-made golf clubs, including stainless steel woods with matching radius sole irons.
Steel woods. Don't think about it.
Pin Seeker. Look toward the stars with the Discover Astronomical Refractor Telescope. 454 power with tripod and equatorial mount for easy tracking. Furnished by Jason. Capture the memories with the Olympus Infinity 200 Zoom, the compact zoom camera that significantly eliminates red-eye, furnished by Olympus. And get the catch of the day with Penn, a performance-match saltwater rod and reel system. International 50T
So just
lever
stuff
drag
for all
reel
the
and
most
matching
boring
tuna stick
sports.
fishing rod. Furnished by
House
Penn.
divided
Scott,
against itself
this
cannot
prize
wrap.
package is worth $2,510.
$2,500. Feel right, Ken? You feeling lucky?
I feel okay.
Well, this is where you can use your luck. Take a look at our board. And let me remind you now what the dragon looks like.
You better
There he
think
is.
hard, you better think strong. If you pick the Dragon Square, your bonus dough is gone.
And here's our dragon slayer.
Oh yeah, he does look like Sammy
Be
Davis Jr.
smart, be shrewd, be wise. If you find me, you'll get your prize.
And we have X's and O's shuffling at random. Which do you choose?
X's.
You're going to be playing with the X's? All right, very good. Now you're going to bring the shuffle to a stop. And where would you like to start?
Let's start with number 1.
All right. Let's see if we can find an X in box number 1. Ooh, and we have an O. Well, we've got a lot of boxes left. Give me another one.
Let's drop down to 7.
All right. Show us an X in box number 7. Ooh, look at all those O's. Give me another box.
Let's go over to 9.
Okay. Other corner down here. Show us an X. Oh, everything naughty, everything bad. Well,
Naughty.
you still have $3,500 from your previous winnings. Let's take a look now at the rest of the board and see where the Dragon Slayer was. And
Okay, so
he
he
is,
couldn't have
right
gotten
down
a 3 in
there,
a
just
row,
right in
but
between there. And
that's
have
what
a
the
lot of
Dragon
X's on
Slayer
there,
is
but we're
for.
going to have to find the Dragon Slayer to win this one. Well, it's time to play another game of tic-tac-toe. You ready?
Yes.
Back to the X podium. We'll find out who the challenger is. Larry, will you please introduce our next opponent?
Patrick Cheese and Dean's assistant, whose interests include travel.
Oh my God, a real-life
collecting
Velma.
antiques. Meet Velma King.
I didn't know that people were actually named that.
Velma, welcome to the show. Tell us a little about your work.
Well, I work in an independent women's college here in Los Angeles, and I work in the dean's office, and we do the contracting for the faculty. We're in charge of the curriculum, and we help the kids out when they're in trouble, you know, academically. It's a big job.
Yeah, that really covers the ground, doesn't it? The 9 categories you'll be playing with are second jobs, spelling, bodies of water, the 80s, faces from the past,
the 80s, which
showdown,
just happened,
zoology, seesaw, and finally, Washington, D.C. Faces from the past is a visual category. Let's shuffle the categories. And Scott, when you're ready, start us off.
Let's take spelling in the lower right-hand corner.
Get this box, and you may
Hey,
win
wild
enough
card.
money to
Doing
enjoy
good.
a romantic interlude, which is sometimes called a rendezvous. Spell rendezvous.
R-E-N-D...
R-E-N-D-E-V-O-U-Z. V-O-U-S.
Is right.
Oh, there was a Z in the middle.
Let's put $500 in the pot.
That was tough.
Shuffle the categories. And Velma, when you're ready, hit your lock-in.
Oh.
And select, please.
I'll have to go with zoology in the middle.
All right, this is the center box question. It has 2 parts. I'll name 2 branches of zoology, and you tell me what kind of animals they study. Number 1, herpetology, which includes the study of the Gila
reptiles.
monster. And number 2, ornithology, which includes the study of the roadrunner. Here's some extra
birds.
All right, Velma, herpetology is the
study of snakes.
Oh, sorry, no, we're looking for reptiles there. And ornithology was the study of birds. Box remains unclaimed. We're going to take a little break right now. When we come back, we'll finish this game, so stay with us. Well, we've just barely started this game here. My producer tells me that we are out of time for today, so we'll have to pick up this game on our next show right here on Tic-Tac-Toe. So bye-bye for tonight.
Bye-bye for tonight. All right, that was 1990 Tic-Tac-Toe. Next up is another show from 1990. Yes, that is John Wayne Jr. as the host, a.k.a. Patrick Wayne. So another show from 1990 is up. It's called The Challengers. So unfortunately, it's a very generic name, but it is a remake of a show from the 60s to the 70s called the Who, What, or Where game. It doesn't really play the same, really, other than people kind of secretly picking which question they want. But it is, like, I think they bought the rights to make a new version of it. The reason I don't think this went any further than 1 year, other than the title, is that I think they didn't do anything to make it not look like Jeopardy. You can see on the right is what the Challengers looked like, and on the left is what Jeopardy looked like at the time. The one thing they had is that was different was the big red button buzzers on the top, and even those went away after a while. They ended up replacing them with Jeopardy-style handheld buzzers. The one interesting thing this show did have, though, was they always gave the date at the beginning of when it was taped, and they would have kind of like current events questions, which is something Jeopardy didn't have, so a little bit of a competitive advantage there. Also, at this time, what date is the episode? This is October 3rd. At this time, if someone won 3 games in a row, at the beginning of the show, they would play a bonus round for a huge amount of money. A little weird, and they changed that later. But here is from October of 1990, The Challengers.
Today is Wednesday, October 3rd, 1990. This is Chuck Locke. He has won 3 games, and in just a moment will face our ultimate challenge worth $31,000. And it all happens today on The Challengers. And now, here's your master of the challenge, Dick Clark.
Also, unlike Jeopardy, on this show you get to keep whatever money you have at the end.
You made it. Yes, Chuck, how are you? You don't know the story of this, man. We'll get to the essence of this, but what happened this morning?
My car wouldn't start.
And you almost didn't get here in time.
I got here 5 minutes late. If it wasn't for Chris, I wouldn't have made it.
All right. They've been through that trauma. You've now got another one
Nice
coming
Dick
up
Clark
that should be a
emote.
happy one, though.
I
You're going
assume
for
that's- yep, it's your old dad.
$31,000 in the Ultimate Challenge. Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready.
All right, if you will, please. The first step is to look to the video wall. The Ultimate Challenge is up there, and we have 2 categories from which you can choose. Let's take a look at them, and they are Cities of the World and American Drama. Which of these 2 categories, Chuck, do you want to go for?
American Drama.
Cities of the world.
Cities of the World. Now, hold for a second. Let's turn there, and there'll be 3 questions coming up. Let's take a look at the first one. The first question is about Rome. The second is Paris. The third is Washington. Now you can turn this way. I'm going to ask you the 3 questions in the order of their difficulty. And you're going to have 5 seconds to answer. And I'll call for the answer. And I've got to ask the audience, as I did before we went on the air, please don't say anything. Don't have any conversations. The grand total here is $50,480. So there's a lot at stake. Give the man every break you can. I'll step over here. Concentrate now. The first question, you'll have 5 seconds, is on Rome. Standing near the Great Colosseum is a monumental triple arch constructed in the 4th century to honor a military victory by the man who is then the Emperor of Rome. Name that emperor, and you'll have 5 seconds
Caesar.
to do so. May I have your answer?
The Arch of Tiberius.
I'm sorry, sir, it was Constantine, but don't let that be terribly upsetting. That's a tough break.
Keanu Reeves?
You have now the good news, $19,480. Nick, keep on going. Now, you know...
I've got to do all this again?
You got to do it all over again, Chuck. Now, as you know, the continuing along here, you play until somebody defeats you. You win 3 more games, you return right here to this pedestal, and you'll be going for the ultimate challenge of $32,000 as the game continues. So if you will, take your spot over there, and I'll meet you right there.
Oh, great. Original commercials again.
Joey.
My bologna.
Hey, Joey.
What?
Your bologna's missing something.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not. It's not. Taste it.
Is so, is so.
It's not. It's not. I eat it all the time.
Not this bologna. This is Oscar Mayer's new light bologna.
Well,
that has a
the light
less
bologna
fat.
is missing
But
something.
since it tastes so great, Joey will never know what he's missing.
Nothing's missing.
New Pillsbury Streusel coffee cake. Now you can have coffee cake that's fresh baked. So easy to make and comes with everything you'll need to make it fresh baked.
Keeps going and going.
It's coffee cake you'll proudly serve because it's fresh baked.
Any questions? Yes?
Are you saying that it's fresh baked?
Okay.
His pointer went flaccid.
Nothing says loving like my new streusel coffee cake.
How can you tell the good guys from the other guys? We have the biggest audio and video selection in the Bay Area. Take televisions. Most stores have a fairly
this is
good
off,
selection.
taped off
But the good
KRON
guys has
in
more than 200
San Francisco.
TVs. Outstanding. Stereo components? Only the good guys has more than 300 stereo components and systems. It's really amazing.
There's a powerful
So
general
with the good
memory from the
guys,
80s of
you'll
everything
always
being
find what
light
you're
or having a
looking
light
for. We're
version.
the good
Yeah.
guys. We gotta be good.
Now, you already
Yeah.
know Surgeon General says
Diabetes.
that eating right is one of the most important things you can do to protect your health. Maybe you don't know what eating right really means. Well, I tell you, she says it right here. Foods low in fat.
This was my first, one of my first examples of cause and effect.
High in complex carbohydrates. Now, she doesn't mention Quaker Oats by name, but she sure could, because she's describing Quaker Oats to a T. Quaker Oats, it's the right thing to do.
All right, we are back now, and Chuck, I got to encourage you now. You got to pick your spirits up. That was a momentary
So I said
setback.
taping date is what they announced at the beginning. That's wrong. It's the air date.
Momentary. I'm looking at a man who's got $19,480, and I'm feeling sorry for him. Now, this is not the way it plays.
But I'm ready to do it again.
You just keep clubbing along. There are, however...
Yeah, what was it? There was like a Twitter account that kept track of how much older Tom Cruise currently is than Wilford Brimley when he was in Cocoon.
Two people who are not wishing you the best of good luck. Nice as they are. Don, let's say hello to the new players, please.
Well, Dick, we'd like you to meet a mother and writer, Margie Wells, and this is a florist, Stephen Native.
Thank you, folks. In just a moment, we'll go for the categories in the first half of play. First of all, we'll play the Challengers Sprint Round.
Oh, anonymous gifter, thank you for the sub to Clue Master. Gifted sub.
Start you off with the $200
Congratulations, Clue Master.
There. The player with the most money at the end of the sprint round will have the first selection from the category board. For each of you, we've opened your own personal Citibank Visa account. The money you earn will be deposited in that account. All the cash you earn, all the benefits that go with that account are yours to keep. Put your hand on the buzzer, if you will. Set the clock now for 1 minute, and we'll start this fast round now. A $20 million lawsuit has just been brought by Liz Taylor against what publication, Stephen?
The National Enquirer.
That's right. To prevent tribal violence, a state of emergency codenamed Iron Fist has been instituted in what country? Chuck?
Canada.
No, sir. Anybody know what else? Anybody else? Margie wants to try?
South Africa.
Yes, indeed. Name the new CBS sitcom that stars Burt Reynolds. Margie?
Evening Shade.
That's correct. Because of changes in our economy, new pressures have been placed on the Federal Reserve Board. Name its chairman. Chuck?
Alan Greenspan.
Correct. Last week, a military court handed down a 20-year prison sentence to the son of deposed dictator Nicolae Ceausescu. In what country? Margie?
Romania.
Yes. Billboard's top country single last week was Jukebox in My Mind by what stately country group? Margie?
Stater Brothers.
No. No. Chuck?
The Statler Brothers.
No. And time is still in. Time is up. Alabama was the helper there. At last week's Audio Engineering Society convention, a highlight of the show was something called I will finish it. Chuck, go ahead.
Digital audio tape.
That is right. It was DAT, and we wanted those initials described.
Man, it's really hard when the questions are all about last week.
More than anybody else at the moment. There's not a whale of a lot of significance to this, except you had to get that choice, and we're all ready to play. These are the categories, and let me get them in order. We've got celebrity chefs and Today in Business, Today at the Movies, Johnny Johnson, Tour in the South, and Nice Little Stories. And if you will, please select the first one, Margie, and we'll go.
Let's try Today at the Movies.
Today at the Movies. Let me get my hands on it here. All right. And the first question is worth $150, $200 for drama, and the third comedy. So it's sci-fi to drama and everything in between. You have that little keypad, if you will, secretly wager now. All right, everybody's going for a different question this time, so you'll all get a question. We'll start with you, Chuck, for $150. Look to the video wall, and we'll show you a clip from the hit movie RoboCop 2.
Yeah.
Roll the clip, please.
That thing is a killer.
Still haven't seen RoboCop 2. I mean, the first RoboCop is one of my favorite movies ever.
That was RoboCop 2 shooting it out with RoboCop 1. The shootout takes place in an industrial city, often called Motown.
Detroit.
You got it. All right, for $150. For $200, Stephen. In the hit film The Fabulous Baker Boys, the Baker Boys are played by the Fabulous Bridges Boys. Jeff and whom?
Bo.
Bo is right. For $250, Margie, looked at the video wall, and we'll show you a clip from the hit film The Freshman. If you will, roll the clip.
This is not yes.
Wait, is Brando just playing The Godfather?
Yes.
Well, that was Marlon Brando looking and sounding a lot like he did 18 years ago in The Godfather. Name the character he played in The Godfather.
Don Corleone.
You are right. You all came through on that one. Congratulations. Margie, you have control of the board. Where do we go now?
Oh, let's try Celebrity Chefs.
Celebrity chefs. All right, for $150, we have Cajun cuisine, we have frugal food, and culinary comebacks. Please place your wager. All right, two of you going for the culinary comebacks. Chuck and Stephen will go to that in a second. Margie, first off, Cajun cuisine. The Cajun cook Paul Prudhomme is known for his culinary skills at his restaurant K. Paul's. In which southern city?
New Orleans.
New Orleans is right. Good stuff there. Chuck and Stephen for $250. The Galloping Gourmet. Chuck, do you know what I'm going to ask?
Graham Kerr.
You're right. I wanted to know his name,
Wow.
and you got it. You now have control of the game. Where do you want to go, sir? The remaining four categories.
Today in Business.
Today in Business. For $150, the question is on promotions, acquisitions, and products. For $250, if you will, please place your wager. All right, looks like everybody gets one this time. Margie, for $150, McDonald's is giving away McMillions if they read your winning McNumbers on which McNetwork?
NBC.
You got it for $150. Stephen for $200.
If it comes from where I think it does, I don't want to eat it.
If entertainment giant MCA is taken over by Matsushita, the Japanese conglomerate will find itself the new owners of a major studio.
Universal.
Universal.
That is right. For $200. Now, Chuck, for $250. General Motors has spent nearly $3 billion to create its new compact car line. It's set to debut this month. Name it.
The Saturn.
Everybody got the answer correctly.
Oh.
Congratulations.
I always thought Saturn was its own thing.
You've got a slim lead at $950. In a moment, we'll be back to play the second half of the game, and you know what happens then. We're going to double the value of all of the questions. Don't go away.
Yeah.
What's the deal, Davis? Even after the state employee pension system
I can't,
lost over
it's a
$100
Geo.
million in junk bond investments, the Office of State Controller Gray Davis insisted the junk bond investments continue.
Oh, Wildcard's first car was a
taken almost
Saturn.
$500,000 in campaign contributions from junk bond dealers like Michael Milken and indicted SNL chief Charles Keating. Gray Davis is out of control. What will he do next? Matt Fong for controller.
Man, remember when you
Good evening. The worst of the freaky summer weather.
Relief efforts in the Philippines.
remember when you could have a scandal?
The shooting death of yet another.
I have no idea.
San Jose
So what that means is buyer beware.
We are in Sacramento today, pushing for
Los
those.
Sandinista leaders today calling on 71 in San Francisco.
Time for a check of the homeward commute.
Calipana is all but cut off. Missiles are still pointed at American cities.
Stockton police have arrested
You
3
Center
more.
4 at 5 with Evan White and Emerald Ye. If it goes on in the Bay Area, the state, the country, the world, it goes on 4.
It was October 17th, and thousands were waiting for the World Series to begin until 5:04 p.m. 15 seconds later, that's exactly when the Bay Area's heroic recovery began from
All
the quake of
local
89.
ads for this break.
And now at Long's Drugs, you'll find a tribute to the courage and unity of the Bay Area. A moving video that even shows how to quake-proof your home and family. The Quake of '89, just $19.95 and only at Long's Drugstore.
It's an issue of national importance.
Oh, Gray Davis was recalled in 2003, and that's the election that Arnold won. Okay.
Issue of equal rights, and he was first in the Bay Area to give it a forum. From a professional...
It's an earthquake of savings at
player's
Menards.
point of view,
I don't care who comes in the locker room if they have true journalistic interests.
to a San Jose sports writer's personal experience.
This kind of thing is just really frustrating when it comes up.
News Center 4's Gary Radnick, the first in the Bay Area to tackle the issue of women journalists in the locker room. If it goes on in the sports world, it goes on 4.
All news and current events questions are verified by Newsweek magazine. And now, back to the challengers.
Thank you, Don Morrow. Margie, you can't breathe easy yet. You got $950, gives you the lead, but Chuck's right there at $850 and Stephen at $700. This, in effect, is almost a tie because right now we double the value of all of the questions. That's when things change. The 6 categories this time are current bestsellers, unplain Janes, root canals, historic snapshots, notable quotable cities, and sitcom journalism. And let's see, Chuck, you have the choice.
Oh, my choice?
Yeah.
How about current bestsellers?
Current bestsellers. Now, by the way, all of the questions in this category were taken from the current New York Times bestseller list. Let's check them out. The
That's
first
why they're
question
current
with $300
bestsellers.
psychology, romance at $400, and autobiographies at $500. Everybody's going to wager now. You're in there. There's 1 and 2. And 2 psychologists over there. Chuck and Stephen, hold on for a second.
Oh, yeah, I
We'll
remember
do you
that.
first since we have
I
Margie.
think there was actually a Game Show Network special about the recall election called Who Wants to Be Governor of California?
With a $500 question. Gentlemen, the question on psychology. Bernie Siegel's book about the importance of a patient's psychological state has been on the paperback bestseller list for more than 2 years. It's titled Love, Medicine, and What? Neither of you wanted to go for it. It is Love, Medicine, and Miracles. Since you didn't
Coconut Eater says, what could root canals be? It's R-O-U-T-E.
go, you're not penalized, but there's no money given away either. Margie, for $500, name the woman who's the subject of the best-selling autobiography, Now You Know.
Kitty Dukakis.
You're right. For $500, we give you a substantial lead. Where do you want to go now?
It's for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Unplain Janes.
Unplain Janes. For $300, we have Tarzan's Jane, we have Jane Fonda, and Jane Seymour. Not the Jane Seymour we were talking about before, and there you go. And the bets are in so far. Everybody goes to the Jane Fonda question. That means all the values double. And that means that the $400 question becomes an $800 question. You're all set to go. Actress Jane Fonda won her second Academy Award for a 1978 movie about the Vietnam War. Boy, Margie, I didn't finish. What do you think is the question?
Coming home.
Stand by, gentlemen. She's
I
wrong.
blew it.
Put your hands on the mat. Haste makes waste, Margie. No. I'll read it again. Actress Jane Fonda won her second Academy Award for a 1978 movie about the Vietnam War called Coming Home. Name her award-winning co-star. Stephen.
John Voight.
You were right, sir. All right. You have a chance now to go ahead and clean up the board. It could be worth $2,400. The downside of that is if you're wrong, we take the money away.
I think I will pass.
All right, sir. Going to play it safe, but you still have control of the game. Let me get the subject back up there. We have root canals, historic snapshots, notable quotable cities, and sitcom journalism. Where to?
Well, let's lend an ear to notable quotables.
All right, see what it is. For $300, we have Chicago and Philadelphia and Oakland. Select one and place your wager. Everybody gets a question this time. Margie, starting with you at the Chicago level at $300. Name the poet who called Chicago hog butcher for the world, stormy, husky, brawling city of the big shoulders.
Sandberg.
You are right for $300. For four, Chuck. Name the cynical comic whose self-composed epitaph read, on the whole, I'd rather be in Philadelphia.
W.C. Fields.
You betcha. For $500, Stephen, name the writer who said of Oakland, this is a quote, when you get there, there isn't any there.
Gertrude Stein.
Yes, all right. Notable quotables on cities.
Depends on what your definition is.
Let's take a peek at historic snapshots.
Historic snapshots for $300 in Europe we are, and for $4 in America, and on the moon for $500.
I wonder what picture that is.
All right, Margie and Chuck, step up to the $400 question we have for you two. Look at the video wall and name the airship that is crashing in this photograph.
Hindenburg.
Chuck's on there.
The Hindenburg.
The Hindenburg is right.
Name a second airship.
1937, Lakehurst, New Jersey. Stephen, for $500, look to the video wall. This is one of the most famous photographs of the space age. The man who took the photo was Neil Armstrong, who is the subject of the shot.
Collins?
I'm sorry, I think the buzzer beat you, and I think you were also wrong. Who did you say?
Collins?
No, sir, it was Buzz Aldrin. And that cost you a little bit there. Chuck, you have the,
That's interesting to know.
The lead here. I've got to get my two subjects.
I never think of that being a guy. I just think of that as being a suit.
Root canals and sitcom journalism. That'll pop in there in a moment. Which one would you like?
Let's go with sitcom journalism.
All right, for $300, we're going to talk about newspapers.
Oh, right, Michael Collins stayed
magazines
behind.
And TV news at $500. Please, if you will, lock in your wager. Everybody's going for the TV news. Three-way race, double the value of all the questions now. And as you know,
this is going to be about Murphy Brown.
This one worth $1,000 now. I will describe the sitcom. You name it. A team of journalists toil together weekly to produce a fictional primetime news show called FYI. Margie.
Murphy Brown.
Murphy Brown.
All right. Now you got
Yes, Mandy, this is what I'm talking about. The show looks way too much like Jeopardy.
$2,400 if you answer all the other questions. You want to chance it?
I'll try the $600 question,
On
newspapers.
Newspapers? All
Yeah,
right.
I'll try it.
I will describe the sitcom for
Perfect
you. You name
Strangers.
it. The newspaper is the Chicago Chronicle. The reporter is named Larry. He lives with his wacky cousin Balky, played by Bronson Pinchot.
Perfect Strangers.
You got it for $600. Now, magazine question worth $800. You want to try it?
It's a sitcom where they work in a magazine. Not Just Shoot Me. That wasn't on yet.
$3,000. Those guys will have to run real hard, but if you're wrong, it's going to bounce you right back down.
Oh, did Lou Grant work in a magazine?
I'm scared. I don't want to do it.
I want to ask you the question.
Don't ask me, Dick. I don't want to know. It will agonize
Don't ask me, Dick.
Later, I'll ask you later. I'm
Okay.
sorry, friends. That's it for the second. Now that means we have moved into our final challenge of the day.
Oh, we'll never know about root canals.
In this round, you'll be able to wager.
Oh,
any
you
or
work for
all
a
of your monies
newspaper,
in your
okay.
account on the one final question of your choice. The player making the highest wager will get to answer that question. Here is the final challenge of the day, and it is Auf Wiedersehen, East Germany. We're going to put odds on the questions. The higher the odds, the more difficult the question will be. The questions at even odds go to goodbye, old friends. Double your wager at goodbye to old enemies. Triple it, goodbye to old times. Take your time. As much as 15 seconds will allow you to take your time. You're going to make your final wager of the day. Remember, to play here, you must wager the highest amount on the question. In order to play, you got to get a question. You look at the situation. Margie's ahead. Two guys.
So this is the closest in gameplay to what the Who, What, or Where game was. Picking a question and having to give the highest bid to actually be able to answer it.
Even there's a lot of strategy about to take place now, and the challenge is yours.
I like the low-key version of the theme song.
I think Margie got it placed. You took every second of that 15 seconds. Stephen,
Yeah, I'm nervous, Dick.
hang in. I'm going to reveal you last. We'll save the suspense. Stephen, you have $1,500. Keep in mind, all of this money belongs to these people. It's not house money. They're playing with their own money. How you do it?
I'm going to try and double $1,000.
All right, sir. And that question will deal with goodbye to old enemies. Chuck, what's your game plan?
Goodbye to old times triple.
Triple. Boy, any better than that? Pardon me. Margie, so far, they've got different choices. What are you going to do?
Well, I'm out of it because I only put $500 on double.
Oh, you did lose the...
a little nervous.
You lost that to Stephen, but the game's not over for you because if they run into trouble, you've got $2,550 sitting up there. You could still win this thing. We'll play it out with
And
the
no matter
men
what, you've got
right after this.
$2,550.
Our school needs computers for our kids. Now, how are we going to get them?
Raise money with a pet wash.
How about a 24-hour aerobathon?
Safeway has apples. Safeway has free Apple computers for kids.
Just save your Safeway receipts and turn them into your neighborhood school.
And unlike
for
some
free
places,
Apple
you'll
computers.
always find apples.
Hold it! Snap out of it. Do I look like dinner for a guy like you? I'm a one-course meal. You want the whole kit and caboodle. It's a real dining experience. Come here. Look at all these shapes and 5 yummy flavors plus stuffing. You see any stuffing here?
Kit and Caboodle brand cat food. So many shapes and flavors, it makes other meals seem downright mousy.
Huh, cats.
A clean home is a place you can feel good about. So treat yourself to the world's best whole home cleaning machine, the Power Steamer Deluxe by Bissell. The Power Steamer Deluxe lets you deep clean carpets, upholstery, and even bare floors with professional style water extraction cleaning and now stronger suction than ever before.
Yeah,
So feel
El
good about your
Condor
home. Get your
I've always
carpets,
been
upholstery,
curious
and
about
bare
those
floors
pieces that
beautifully.
are
Don't
stuffed
rinse,
with something.
Clean anytime you like with your own whole home cleaning machine.
Not enough to actually
the
eat
Bissell
it.
Power Steamer Deluxe, $169.95 at Emporium.
If you'd like to become a contestant on the Challengers, please call.
Do not call this
area
number. It
code
is inactive.
818-562-16.
A weekend afternoon, anywhere USA, where the fanatical gather in mass around small glowing tubes. These are sports fans, and any sports fan worth his TV remote leads off at 7-Eleven, the place to grab ice-cold beer and soft drinks at a value. So when it comes down to the final buzzer, sports fans go to 7-Eleven, the sign of the times.
Perfect. Hold it.
And now 24-pack 12-ounce cans of Coors or Coors Light are just $8.99 at 7-Eleven.
Good morning. It's time for a healthy breakfast.
This time, your kids will eat it.
A cereal made from wholesome oats.
Don't worry, your kids will eat it.
Yes, healthy, wholesome oats. Now it's crunchier than ever, it's yummier than ever, it's Quaker Oat Life. Lightly sweetened on the inside, roasted, toasted oats on the outside. Life tastes so much better. Even great, big, giant, smart grown-ups will eat it.
Mikey inspired this improvement. Yes, he was always an advocate of excellence.
Now, Quaker Oat Life tastes so much more delicious. Unless they're weird, your kids will eat it.
I liked Life cereal. I was more a fan of Cinnamon Life.
A Citibank Visa account with all the distinct benefits and exclusive services that make it America's most widely used Visa card. And now, back to the fun.
Nowadays, I eat like unsweetened rice checks for dessert.
Final challenge and your host, Dick Clark.
As always, you can do anything you want with the money in your account, including converting it to cash. We're ready to play the final challenge, and it's auf Wiedersehen, East Germany. Today, October 3rd, 1990, the very day that this show is airing, the state of East Germany ceased to exist, and we've got ourselves a little challenge situation of questions that apply to that. Couldn't be more timely. Stephen, we're going to start with you in a moment. Margie, I want to encourage you that with $2,550 in the till, you're far from out of this thing. It depends on what happens to the guys. Stephen, you bet $1,000 at double the odds on goodbye to old enemies. That means you're going for $3,500. If you win it, you put Margie out of the game, and then you have to see what happens to Chuck. Let's see what happens to you, sir, now. Now that East Germany is kaput, the question is when new elections will be held in a united Germany. Until then, the man who used to be only the West German chancellor will have another 17 million constituents. For $3,500, name that German chancellor. Kohl. You are right, sir. You've won $3,500. Martin, you got your $2,550. That's all right. Now, it's a race between Chuck and Stephen. Chuck, you've rolled the dice on a lot here. You gambled the whole thing. That means $4,950 or a grand total of $6,600 or zero. If it's zero, needless to say, Stephen will be a happy guy. He's not rooting against you, but I'm sure he's not rooting for you either. All right, here we go. The reunification of Germany became legally possible last month when an agreement on German sovereignty was signed between the Soviet Union and the World War II allies who had occupied Germany after the war. For $6,600 and the win, name those three allies.
England, France, and the United States.
That is acceptable. Great Britain or England, you've won it. Congratulations. You did it again. There are no people who should be unhappy today. Margie, you leave us with $2,550. Stephen, you end up with $3,500. Chuck, you're rolling along. Tomorrow.
This was also before the values of the questions got greatly reduced.
Worth $32,000. You'll have a couple of new challengers. So spread the word. If you want excitement, join us tomorrow on the Challengers. We'll see you then.
Please, someone, anyone watch.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Shaw.
Oh.
And I'm Pete Wilson, and these are the stories we're working on.
All right, well, that was the Challengers. Surprise news jump scare. Archer taught me Ireland was neutral, which he thought meant it was an Axis country. Yeah, just like Switzerland. So our last show is Hollywood Showdown. This is taped off of PAX airing, and it originally was on PAX, and then it moved to Game Show Network, I think with new episodes. This is a little unorthodox for the whole reboot theme, but this is sort of a remake of Jackpot, which we watched last week. It's 7 contestants instead of 16, but they stay on for the whole week. And they have secret envelopes with dollar amounts. One of them, instead of jackpot, it says box office. And but instead of riddles, it's head-to-head pop culture trivia. So here, like I said, the original show was Jackpot, and then Hollywood Showdown ran from 2000 to 2001. Also, weirdly, had a couple of rounds of reruns on the TV Guide channel in 2006 and 2007. And the reason it's so similar to Jackpot is because Jackpot was created by Bob Stewart, and while Hollywood Showdown was created by his son Sandy Stewart, seen here accepting his a Lifetime Achievement Award for his father. So here comes Hollywood Showdown. By the way, also the first ever game show hosting job for Todd Newton, who at the time was just an E! News personality.
One of these two players is going to play for almost $25,000. But first, they must face each other. Only one can survive and play for the box office, because this is Hollywood Showdown. And here's our host, Todd Newton. Thank you very much, Randy Russ. Hi, everybody. Well,
back when E had some credibility.
This is the show where you need to know all about the world of entertainment because each and every question we ask has something to do with the movies, television, and music, and more. And here are two people that, well, have proven to us time and time again throughout the week that their knowledge is deep in the world of entertainment. Please welcome Norma Hartman and Mike Edwards. Look at the intense glares. Now, folks, when we ran out of time yesterday, we were all set to begin the box office showdown. These two players going head-to-head, toe-to-toe for the chance to play. But look at this box office. $24,640. I would like to say, don't touch it.
Yes, Coconut Nurse. Todd is one of the people who hosts the Price is Right live show. He was also later the host of Whammy, the all-new Press Your Luck, and Family Game Night on the Hub.
I would like to say that no one has won the box office all week long. Here it is Friday. We're ready to play for it. Norma, now you've been watching Mike. He's been doing pretty well this week.
He's awesome. He's awesome. But I'm ready.
Yes. Do you have any special strategies to make you ready against him? Or?
No, just keep my fingers crossed.
Okay. Mike, what about you, Mike? Any secrets that have led you to the box office, what, 4 times already this week?
Think, press button fast. Kind of thing.
Okay.
You know?
Well,
think.
Norma, cross your fingers. Mike, prepare to press button fast.
Yes.
And let's begin the box office showdown. The winner of this showdown, again, goes to play for almost $25,000. Good luck to the both of you. Here we go. Regarding Henry, Patriot Games, or The Fugitive? Here's your question. In which movie does Harrison Ford play Dr. Richard Kimball?
Fugitive.
Norma.
Regarding Henry.
No.
No, it's not regarding Henry. I'm sorry. Mike, you can lock in with a guess? Yes?
The Fugitive.
It is The Fugitive, yes.
You switch the samples.
Choices for your next question are Phil Collins, Don Henley, or Pete and Axl Rose. Who sang about The Boys of Summer?
Don Henley.
Mike again.
Don Henley.
It was Don Henley. One more correct answer. You're going to the box office.
Pete and Axl Rose.
Norma, cross those fingers. I need 3 answers from you, okay?
Okay.
Morris, Merlin, or Manfred? Tell me which is the name of the 9 Lives cat.
Morris.
There's Norma.
Morris.
It is Morris the cat. There you go.
Almost certainly not an entity anymore at this point.
People get ready. People are strange, or people are people. Which was a hit song for Depeche Mode?
People are people.
Mike for the win.
People are people.
You're going to the box office, Mike. Yes. Norma, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Mike?
Yeah.
I feel like we're related somewhere along the line because we spent time here together. Yes, brother.
Brother.
Mm-hmm. You know the routine, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to ask you 5 questions. Each one is worth $500. If you get all 5, then you get the entire $24,640 box office. If Mike wins the box office, he is going to dance like James Brown right here at the front of our stage. That was a promise made to us on Wednesday. Does it feel good?
Yes,
okay, good.
Okay,
I'm glad he was the one who made the promise.
Everybody wants to see it, apparently. All right. Now, if you miss one, the game is over, Mike. Keep that in mind, okay?
All right.
Good luck to you, my friend. Let's do it this time. All right. Choose one of these 2 categories so we can get started. A word from our sponsor, or Kids TV.
Kids TV.
Being a father, that would be a logical choice, right? Here we go. For $500, tell me which children's character says, "Me want cookie."
Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster.
There you go. $500. 4 away from the box office. Let's keep on going. You want to keep your $500? You want to risk it on one of these 2 categories. 90s sitcoms, or And Here's Your Host.
I'm keeping going. I'm thinking about which one. I'm going to keep going. And 90s sitcoms.
For $1,000 or nothing at all, Mike. Courtney Cox Arquette is a regular on what sitcom?
Friends.
Friends.
$1,000. You got it, Mike. 3 away from the box office. You have $1,000.
Waiting for them to get hard.
In your pocket and start a new game, looking for the box office card, or do you want to risk it on one of these categories? Superheroes or Spielberg films? for $1,500 or nothing at all. What is the home planet of Superman?
Krypton.
Krypton! There's $1,500, Mike. All right.
So when we get to the one, it's probably going to be insanely hard.
You have $1,500. You want to pocket that money? Or should we risk it on this Friday evening and choose one of these two categories? Trekkies or the Beatles? Trekkies! All right, here we go. For $2,000 or nothing at all, Mike, on your way to the box office. And what a big one it is. Here's your question. On Star Trek, what was the nickname of Dr. McCoy?
Bones.
Bones. There's $2,000. Mike, you've been this far so many times before. You are one correct answer away from the box office. You may not have another shot at it this week. Now, do you want to play it safe and keep that $2,000, or do you want to risk it all for almost 25 grand on one of these two categories? Here are your choices. 80s TV or rock legends?
Go for it, dude.
Todd? I feel good. So let's go to 80s TV. All right. Here we go. For $24,640, Mike, or nothing at all. You've got this entire crowd behind you. Here's your question. Jimmy Smits played Victor Cifuentes on what TV series?
L.A. Law.
L.A. Law. 24,000.
Yeah. That was more of a split than I was expecting.
For medicine.
Diagnosis Murder.
Dick Van Dyke is Doc Sloan. Diagnosis Murder. Monday through Friday at 10, 9 Central on PAX Season 2000.
They say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Okay, here we go.
Thanks to rich and creamy jello.
If it happens to you,
Why do I trust monarchy? I believe in the quality of the parts and service. And the people who stand behind them. My family is too important to trust just anybody.
At Meineke, you'll get a lot, but you won't pay a lot.
4x3 Rubik's
I'm
Cube,
no
that's
muffler
crazy.
expert. I leave that to Meineke. They explained everything about my new muffler and gave me a lifetime guarantee. Just like Dad did.
Yeah, all his George sons.
At Meineke, you'll get a lot, but you won't pay a lot.
You gotta treat yourself right, because no one else is gonna do it for you. That's why.
Yeah, Diagnosis Murder was just one of those shows that kept CBS going through the 90s and 2000s.
Medicare Advantage. To me, trust is very important, and I do trust Oxford. You get more benefits than traditional Medicare with no monthly
Up there with Touched by an Angel,
benefits like vision and hearing care, a prescription drug.
There was one episode of Touched by an Angel that I saw an ad for, where I want to find it because it looks like the funniest thing ever. It was like two guys playing a bad fake Grand Theft Auto. They run a guy over and go, yeah! And then they're in an actual car. They see a guy cross in front of them, and then they go, yeah! And run him down. It looked like the dumbest thing.
Drug allowance and 100% hospitalization.
Even for the surgery, I called them. And don't worry about it. It'll be all taken care of. Boom, 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 boom. It was taken care of.
If you
To the
live
moon,
in New York
Alice.
City or Nassau County, call 1-800-961-0912 today. We'll talk with you about how you can get the care you deserve with no monthly plan premium.
Oxford is taking excellent care of us, day and night.
Just call Oxford today and we'll help you get the information you need to make the right decision about your health care.
Oxford is the way to go.
Yeah, video games were basically like the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil.
Welcome back to the Mike Show, huh? Mike, it took you, what, 5 tries getting
I'm
up
actually
here?
going to look that up.
4 attempts. You cashed in on the 5th
Touched by an
one.
Angel
At one
Grand
time,
Theft
you
Auto
held
episode.
For, what, $1,500?
Yes.
Well, you can add that to the box office. You just won $24,650. Not a bad trip.
Very nice.
Not a bad
Very
week's
nice.
work.
Very nice.
Any idea what you're going to spend that money on?
My son and my daughter we're gonna plan for a house now. We're gonna look for a house. We can add that to it.
Well, that's great, man.
Yeah.
That is excellent. We're happy to be a part of it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Again, congratulations. Mike, everybody. Thanks, Well, I don't really know if it can be done, but we're going to try to replace Mike. We've added a new player to the gallery. Please welcome Norm Thoman.
Oh, so you actually leave when you after you win the box office.
Hi, Norm. Nice to meet you.
Nice to be here.
First question I have for you, how bad did I butcher your last name there?
It's foaming.
Foaming. I was very close.
Very close.
I mumbled the last syllable.
It's happened before.
Okay, good. What do you do, Norm?
I am a building manager.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, you know, Mike's looking to build a house. Maybe you could manage that.
Just don't call after 6 p.m.
See, this is where connections are made. Yeah, you guys go to sleep pretty early, I hear.
I try to.
Okay, good. Well, welcome to Hollywood Showdown. You were randomly selected back there to begin the search out here for the box office card, because that will be your ticket to the box office, which will start off at $10,000. Okay, Norm?
Yeah, fine with me.
Now, to do that, just call on anybody you'd like out of our gallery. Let's go ahead and get started. Who looks good to you down there?
Oh, yeah, I've watched Arcade a couple
I'm gonna have
times.
to say, Linda looks good.
Linda, do you have that box office?
No, but I have $400.
All right, Linda. We'll add that to the box office. Our new total, $10,400. Good luck to you both. Here's your first question. Angelina Jolie, Winona Ryder, or Dennis Leary? Who's the godchild of Timothy Leary? Linda.
Angelina Jolie.
Winona Ryder.
It is Winona.
Woo!
Very good. The Stanfords, the Bunkers, or the Huxtables? Who used to be the neighbors to the Jeffersons? Norm.
Bunkers.
The Bunkers.
It was the Bunkers, yes. It was 1-1. Very good, Mr. Julia Roberts, Cameron Diaz, or Sandra Bullock? Who plays the runaway bride?
Julia Roberts.
Norm again.
Julia Roberts.
It's Julia Roberts, yes. One more correct answer, Norm. You continue to search for the box office card. Linda, need 2 more out of you, okay?
All right.
Late in the morning, middle of the afternoon, or just past midnight? When is it a bad idea to feed a mogwai in Gremlins?
Just past midnight, and it's Mogwai.
Linda.
Just past midnight.
Yeah, never do it then. We're tied up at 2, right?
And it's always after midnight.
Who's going looking for that box office card? Miami Vice, NYPD Blue, or LA Law? Which program was not created by Stephen Bochco?
Miami Vice.
Linda.
Miami Vice.
That's it. You win the showdown.
Make it really hard. Put Cop Rock on there.
All right. Linda, good job. Good job. You're here.
Oh, I'm feeling good. I think Shannon has it.
Shannon, do you have that box office card? Winner of this showdown is going to go play for $10,400. Good luck to you, ladies. Here are the choices for your first question. Martha Stewart, Joan Rivers, or Cindy Crawford? Who was the original host of MTV's House of Style?
Cindy Crawford.
Linda.
Martha Stewart.
No, it was not Martha Stewart. Shannon, would you like to lock in with a guess? Yes?
Cindy Crawford.
It was Cindy, yes. Here we go. A kidnapped baby, a former first lady, or a flying Elvis? Who did Nicolas Cage spend time with in Guarding Tess? Shannon again.
Former First Lady.
A former first lady.
Yes, very good, Shannon. One more correct answer. You're going to the box office. Linda needs 3 from you. Crazy, delirious, or go insane? Which was a hit song for Prince?
Crazy.
Linda.
Delirious.
It was delirious. Yes.
Oh, right. From the movie, I think.
ABBA, Peaches and Herb, or Germany? Who sang about being reunited?
Peaches and Herb.
Linda again.
ABBA.
No, it was not ABBA.
Oh.
Shannon, you can lock in with a guess. Yes?
Germany?
No, it was Peaches and Herb. Ooh, I thought somebody was going, yeah. Linda says, oh, thank goodness.
Oh.
Okay. That's what I like. Support each other.
Thanks a lot.
Here are the choices for your next question. Fletch, Caddyshack, or National Lampoon's Vacation? In which film did Chevy Chase drive a Wagon Queen family truckster?
National Lampoon's Vacation.
National Lampoon's Vacation.
We're tied up at 2. The player that gives me the next correct answer is going to the box office. Jack and Jill, Jack and Diane, or Sam and Diane? Who was the subject of a little ditty by John Cougar?
Jack and Diane.
Linda.
Jack and Diane.
There you go. Thanks, Shannon. All right.
I can't believe it.
Sucking on chili dog.
All righty.
Friday at the Showdown, $10,400 in the box office. Linda, I'm going to ask you 5 questions, each one being worth $500. If you answer them all, you get the entire box office. If you miss one, the game is over, okay?
Oh, okay.
All right, don't make me
I really
yell.
like
Scoot
that
up
shot.
a little bit here. There, okay. My throat, I lose my voice if I have to shout across the studio.
I hear you.
All right.
Camera low, looking up at the contestant and the jackpot.
English imports or kids TV?
Ooh. Kids TV.
For $500, Bob Keeshan was known to kids
Captain
as
Kangaroo.
Captain...
Oh, shit. Oh.
Kangaroo.
You got
I had it.
$500, yes. 4 away from the box office. You have $500. You want to play it safe? You just saw Mike do it. You saw him go all the way. You can keep your $500 or you can risk it on one of these 2 categories. Superman or 60s music?
Is the answer to the Superman question Krypton again?
I'll go with Superman.
All right. For $1,000
Nerve-wracking.
or nothing at all. Who is the editor of the Daily Planet?
Perry White.
Oh no.
Who's the editor of the Daily Planet?
All I could think of is Lois Lane.
It's Perry White.
Perry White.
Perry White's the editor,
Oh,
Linda.
well.
Well, I tell you what. You stay right here. We'll take a little commercial. When we come back, we'll start a new game. You stay in control of the search for the box office.
All right. Okay, good. Yeah.
We'll be right back after this.
Oh, Bill Plimpton,
We
Geico.
all do dumb things.
I think it's Bill Plimpton.
Paying too much for car insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Geico. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance. We all do dumb things. Paying too much for car insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Geico. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Moms don't like to talk about menopause, so maybe your mom never told you.
But you feel physical and psychological changes long before menopause. Try Estroven to help balance hormones naturally.
Gently, safely. Don't wait till menopause to get Estroven.
Why is it models always look 15? Wrinkles? Talk to her in about 20 years.
At the Ponds Institute, we don't give you hype, just results. Our age-defying lotion is proven to visibly
I don't
reduce
wanna
fine lines
think
by
about
up to 77%. Age-defying lotion, no hype, just
sociological implications of why models always look 15.
I will feel better about my dad living by himself.
I will know my children are safe.
I will finally be able to relax! ADT's advanced home monitoring helps protect...
I remember that guy, but I don't remember what this ad was for.
Fire, flood, even carbon monoxide. Call now and get the ADT burglary system installed from $99, plus up to 20% off your basic homeowner's insurance. Get the power of ADT.
It's too
it's not the long version where he goes, live my life by my terms.
And I could hear all this screeching metal.
Too intense. They thought I was dead. Too incredible.
There's something I can't explain.
Too real. It's a miracle. 2 nights a week. Thursdays and Fridays at 8, 7 Central. Only on PAX TV.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Would you act like your dog for a Klondike bar?
Him? No, thanks.
We interrupt this Klondike temptation for big news. Introducing the Klondike Big Bear Cone. We start with a Klondike Crispy Cone. Add rich, delicious chocolate covering a mountain of luscious Klondike ice cream, topped with munchy, crunchy peanuts. The Klondike Big Bear Cone.
I would do so much more demeaning stuff for that.
Looks like our
competitors for the Raid Decathlon are raring to go. First, a spray of Hot Shot for one team, and new Quick Kill Raid for the other. And they're off. Well, half of them are. Those Hot Shot bugs still showing some spunk, doing the cabinet climb, the sink swim, even the wall crawl, while the Raid team is looking kind of dead. Uh-oh, this competition's over. Here's new Quick Kill. New Quick Kill Raid. Kills bugs, dead. S.C. Johnson, a family company.
Unfortunately, they don't explode that neatly. They just kind of fall over and twitch.
Okay, welcome back. Just had a little box office experience there with Linda. A bad experience.
I'll be fine.
But a learning experience.
Yeah.
Let's put that behind us. I'll tell you
Perry White.
Yes.
Who knew?
She'll never forget it.
I did.
Never forget it.
You'll be reading the Daily Plan for the rest of your life, huh?
Oh, yeah, this is 2000.
That's behind us now. What is in front of us, Linda, is a $10,400 box office.
Yes.
And 6 beautiful people in our gallery. Who's holding that box office card?
I have a good feeling it's a lady. I think it might be Norma.
Norma, do you have the box office card?
Oh. No, but I have $410.
Yeah, Norma.
It's insane that the jackpot got up to 24,000 before with these dollar values.
Here's your first question. Whistle while you work, Someday My Prince Will Come, or When You Wish Upon a Star. Which song was not featured in Disney's Snow White?
When You Wish Upon a Star.
Linda.
Someday My Prince Will Come.
No, I'm sorry, that's not correct.
When You Wish Upon a Star is Pinocchio.
Yes?
When You Wish Upon a Star.
That's right, from Pinocchio. Very good.
2000 was Sydney, I think.
Jamie or Robin? Which he or she character was played by Julia Sweeney? Norma again.
Pat.
It was Pat, yes. Choices for your next question. Black Beauty, The Black Stallion, or National Velvet? Which movie starred Elizabeth Taylor?
Yes, Sydney.
Linda.
National Velvet.
Absolutely, yes. Very good, ladies. A banana, a rubber hose,
banana,
or a shoe? In Beverly Hills Cop.
Banana.
Tell me what Eddie Murphy stuck in a cop's tailpipe. Norma.
A banana.
Yes, you just won the showdown. Very good. Thank you, Linda. All right. Good job, Norma. Let's find that box office card, young lady.
Oh, I'm going to go with Shannon.
Shannon, do you have the box office card?
I don't, but I have $500.
Okay, we're going to put that in our box office. Our new total is $11,310. Here's your first question, ladies. They like that money. Bob Dylan, Carlos Santana, or Jennifer Lopez? Who won several Grammys for Supernatural?
Carlos Santana.
Carlos Santana.
Yes, he did.
Man, it's a hot one.
Superman's cape, Batman's mask, or Wonder Woman's lasso? According to Jim Croce, what shouldn't you tug on?
Superman's cape.
Shannon.
Superman's cape.
That's right. We're tied at 1. Choices for your next question. James Caan, Robert De Niro, or Al Pacino? Which actor tormented a baseball player in The Fan?
James Caan.
Shannon again.
Robert De Niro.
Yes, it was Bobby De Niro. Very good. One more correct answer. Looks like you're going to take over the search for the box office card. Norma, we need 2 from you. All right. Here's your next question. Secrets and Lies, Braveheart, or The Crying Game? Which was set in Ireland? Shannon for the win.
Secrets and Lies.
Braveheart.
No, it was not Braveheart. I'm sorry. Norma, you can lock in with a guess. Yes?
The Crying Game.
That's it. We're tied at 2. Very good. Jelly Roll Morton, Duke Ellington, or Fats Waller?
Roy Donk.
Whose songs were featured in the musical Ain't Misbehavin'?
Duke Ellington.
Norma for the win.
Jelly Roll Morton.
No, it was not Jelly Roll. Shannon, would you like to lock in with a guess? Yes?
Duke Ellington?
It was Fats. Fats Waller. That's all right, ladies. That's okay. We'll just stretch it out a little bit more here.
Why not?
Bonanza, Have Gun Will Travel, or Wagon Train? On which Western series would you find a hero named Paladin?
Have Gun Will Travel.
Bonanza.
No, it was not Bonanza. But I really like this thing that you're doing here. Norma, would you like to lock in with a guess? Yes?
Have Gun Will Travel.
That's it. You win the showdown. Thank you, Shannon. All right.
I just kind of figured the others were ensembles. I knew Paladin wasn't on Bonanza because that was the Cartwrights.
We'll call on somebody after this, okay? Stay where you are, folks.
Powder palette multicolored highlighter. Brush it on for a healthy glow. Powder palette, only from Physicians Formula.
Presenting the complete state quarter collection of the 20th century. Presented in beautiful, vibrant colors and available only from the American Historic Society. The new state quarters are the coins everyone's collecting. In this historic program, our country will issue 5 state quarters a year for 10 years.
Oh, they only have the first 5.
Each state will be minted for only
Rhode
10
Island
weeks
famously
and
features the
never
Old
minted
Man of the
again.
Mountain, which
The
no
first
longer
5
exists.
quarters minted in 1999 are quickly disappearing as Americans rush to hoard these prized coins.
As we hoard them
with
and
good
paint
reason.
them.
These first 5 were minted in only half the quantity as the newest.
Oh, New Hampshire. Okay.
Because they will never be minted again, their value could grow dramatically. And as the years go on, they could become very difficult to find.
Or
But you
you'll
can have
find
all
them
5.
in your pockets for
Delaware,
decades to come.
Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, and Connecticut in brilliant uncirculated condition and
Hampshire, yeah, I
magnificently
know.
colorized for each state's unique design. And to display them, our specially
Rhode
designed
Island has
United
a boat,
States map
okay.
with individual slots for each state's quarter. This complete set is the perfect collectible for yourself and a great gift for someone special. This collection is not available in any store, but through this special television offer,
it just
yours for
collapsed.
only $19.95. Call now and we'll include
I think
our 50-state
it
fact
was
book
like
filled with exciting information
really,
about each state. Due to overwhelming demand for these quarters,
I don't know the
this is
exact
a limited
circumstances, but I
offer
remember
for a
hearing
limited
that they
time.
kept having to
You must
reinforce
act
it.
now to ensure you get your complete 20th century colorized state quarter collection. But wait, order within the next 10 minutes and we'll include a special bonus, the first quarter of the year 2000. That's right, the Massachusetts State Quarter, also presented in beautiful, vibrant color, absolutely free. To order your complete 20th century quarter collection, display map, and free 50 states fax book, have your credit card ready and call our toll-free number. Order within the next 10 minutes and you'll also get the Massachusetts quarter absolutely free. Call now.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Now, Norma, it's getting kind of late here for a Friday. I tell you what, we only have time to do one more showdown here. Let's make it a good one. What I'm going to do now, see those 4 people down there?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to
Yeah,
count
collapsed
to 3.
in
4 people
2003.
remaining in the gallery. When you hear the magic word 3 come out of my mouth, open up those envelopes. Let's find out who has that box office card. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Who's got that box office card?
Yeah, freezing and thawing.
Come on up here, Norma. I'll take that.
Some kind of synergy here, Norm.
Gonna have a final showdown here. It looks like Norm is trying to pocket the box office card there, like he's gonna bring it back next week or something. The winner of this showdown will have a very important decision to make, so keep that in the back of your mind, all right? Here's your first question. Sabrina, Tabitha, or Phoebe? Which witch is played by Alyssa Milano? Norma.
Tabitha. No, Phoebe.
Tabitha.
No, it's not Tabitha. Norm, would you like to lock in? Yes? Phoebe. It is Phoebe. Very good. Born to Run, Blinded by the Lights, or Rosalita? Which Bruce Springsteen song was also a hit for Manfred Mann?
Blinded by the Light.
Norm.
Blinded by the light.
That's it, Norm. Very good. One more correct answer, you win. Los Angeles, San Francisco, or New York? Which city was the setting for Full House? Norm
San
again.
Francisco.
San Francisco.
It was. You win the showdown. Thank you, Norm. All right, Norm. Norm.
Manfred Mann's
Here's the
Earth Band,
decision you have to make,
different
my
from the
friend.
Manfred Mann of the 60s.
You can either have $1,000 and never to return to this show again, or you can pass on that $1,000 and come back and join us next week to play. What would you like to do there?
I'm going to come back next week.
Then we'll see
Yeah,
you
why
on
wouldn't
Monday.
you?
Thank you, Norm. Thank you, folks. Have a great weekend. See you Monday right here. Bye-bye. Smart move.
All right, so that was Hollywood Showdown, and that was the last show for today. Thanks a lot, everybody, for hanging out. Oh, let me get the ending music going. So next week... Oh, too loud. Next week, I decided to put together a bunch of survey-based shows, other than Family Feud, which is the one that everyone knows about. So, 2 Jack Barry and Dan Enright shows in a row, Play the Percentages and Hot Potato. Then the at-home quiz, Let's Ask America. And then The Power of 10, which was a CBS primetime show, and is the show that got Drew Carey The Price is Right. So that'll be a lot of fun. That was fun. I didn't know any of those shows. Thanks. You're welcome. Let's do a... oops, I just minimized OBS. Let's do a raid. Who is live? Yeah, two similar looking hosts. Not quite back to back, but same day. Ooh, Buttbag is watching the Cable Guy, it looks like. Let's do that. Alright. So until next week, take care of yourselves and each other. And off you go. Oh no, he's watching Hancock.